In this video, we're going to be talking about how do I get an ad on Instagram, and I'm going to give you a step-by-step process so you know exactly how to do it. Coming up. All right, so first we're going to be talking about Instagram ads and how they work, how to get an ad on Instagram, and then I'm actually going to jump behind my computer and show you exactly how to set them up and a couple of best practices on what is going to work best. So let's dive in. All right, so a couple of things to understand before we dive in and actually create our first Instagram ad. Instagram has 1 billion people, and Instagram is actually owned by Facebook. So if you want to create an Instagram ad, you actually have two choices. Now, you can run it on Facebook and Instagram and something that is called the Audience Network, which is a series of third-party apps and websites that the Facebook family owns, or you can run it just on Instagram. I personally recommend that you run on all three because the algorithm is actually going to figure out where exactly people are clicking on your ad, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or the Audience Network, and they're going to start to show it there to more people. So that way you're actually going to reach more people for less money. So if you specifically are sold on just running it on Instagram because you want to reach people in that demographic, that's fine. But if you're just trying to reach as many people as possible, I recommend running it on all three. All right, so let's jump behind the screen and I'll show you exactly how to set up your first ad on Instagram. Okay, so here we are inside of Facebook Ads Manager. And again, this is where you set up a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad. So you're just gonna go to facebook.com/ads manager, and that will take you right here to the back end where you can start setting everything up. So pretty simple. This is where you can see all of your campaigns, and we're gonna create a new one. So we're gonna click this green button. Now, Facebook changes this up all the time. So if you get in there and it looks a little bit different than this right here, don't worry about it. Facebook's always changing things and moving things around. Just look for the button that says create. And then you're going to come in here and you have a campaign objective. Now, there's a lot of different ones. What I recommend for a church is either running a traffic ad where you're going to send traffic from Facebook or Instagram to your church website, or you're going to set up one for messages where you can actually run them into Facebook Messenger. So for this one, I'm going to set up a traffic ad because we're going to try to get people to go to our Plan Your Visit page on the website. And we are going to click continue. All right, and then we want to name this campaign. All right, so let's name this Plan Your Visit Invite Instagram. All right, so we got campaign objectives is traffic. We're gonna leave the A/B split test. So for this, you're gonna set your daily budget. Let's set this at $10 a day. So obviously the more money that you pay Facebook or Instagram, the more people they're gonna show your ad to. So you can start this out, whatever amount kind of works with your budget. I'm gonna start this at $10 a day. We're gonna click next. Now we're gonna set everything up on the ad set level. So you can see up here, this is the campaign level, this is the ad set level, and then this is the ad level. All right, so we're going to come down here. We're going to choose where we want to drive the traffic. So we're going to drive it to our website. Leave all of these off. We're going to start it immediately. I'm not going to set an end date because we can just turn this off whenever we're ready. And then what we want to do is we want to come down here, and I'm not going to do any custom audiences. What I want to do right now, this is set to the United States. So let's go. We're going to drop this in. I'm going to type in the address, and then you're going to see that this is going to drop a pin on the church, and then it's drawing out a 10-mile radius, right? So you can actually zoom in here and you can see and make sure that this is covering everybody that you want. So I typically run 10 to 15 miles in my church because that's about driving distance for Tulsa. So whatever driving distance is for your church, just make sure that you're not going too far out. If driving distance for your church is 15 miles, you don't want to run at 45 miles because you're going to end up spending a bunch of money showing your ads to people who live too far away to actually drive into church. All right, so we'll leave it at 10 miles here. You can see we have a potential reach of 570,000 people here. That's perfect. I really like that potential audience size be somewhere between 500,000 and 1 million. Now, depending on the part of the country that you live in, that's not always going to be possible. I've run Facebook ads and Instagram ads for churches that have 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people, and I've run them for churches that have millions, right? So if you can get somewhere in that 500,000 to 1 million range, great. If not, just target everyone who lives within driving distance to your church and move on from there. So we want to leave this wide open. So right now we're only targeting geo-targeting, meaning we're just going to drop a pin on the church. We're targeting driving distance around, and we're going to leave it completely wide open. So 18 to 65 plus, all genders. We're going to leave off all the detailed targeting because we want to run to everybody and we want to run in all languages. Right? So now here's where you can decide if you want to run on all placements. And again, this is exactly what I recommend, right? So if you want to run on Facebook, Instagram, and the Audience Network, that's definitely what I recommend. But if you specifically only want to run on Instagram, then this is where we can do that. So all you're going to do is click Manual Placements. And this has all the different places that we can run our ad. So I'm going to turn off Facebook, Audience Network, and Messenger. And now we're just running on Instagram. Okay, so it's that simple. That's how we run on an Instagram ad. So you actually don't create this in Instagram. You set it up in Facebook, which I know is kind of confusing, but if you go to facebook.com/ads manager, that's where you can set up an ad, and you can set it up on all of the Facebook platforms, Facebook Audience Network and Instagram and even Messenger now, or you can just run it on Instagram like we're doing for this one. Now, we have a potential reach of 300,000. So notice when I unclicked Facebook, right, if we're going to run on Facebook and Instagram, we're at 550,000. If we add in the Audience Network, now we're at 570. But if we take off the Audience Network and Facebook, and we're just running on Instagram, we have a much smaller, almost half the size of the audience. So we're only running to 300,000 people. So what I recommend is running in Instagram feed and Instagram Explorer, and then you also want to run in Instagram Stories. So we're going to leave all of those checked. And we're going to come down here, optimization for link clicks, because we want to optimize this campaign for people that are clicking on it and then going to our website to learn more about our church. So we're going to click next. All right, and then here is where we're actually going to set up. You're going to use this part right here, Facebook page. You're going to connect that to your church. So for now, I'm actually just going to leave that here in one of my companies, but you could actually connect that to the name of your church, because otherwise Instagram will actually run your ad from whatever Facebook page is here and whatever Instagram account. So you can connect your church Instagram account and you can run it from right here. Otherwise, just make sure that your church Facebook and your church Instagram account are connected here on the back end. All right, we're going to come down here and create the ad. Now, I'm going to go with single image or video. I don't want to create a carousel or a collection for this ad. We're just going to keep this nice and easy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to click Add Media, and I'm going to recommend a video. Videos usually do much better on Facebook and Instagram. So we're going to come in here, and I'm going to upload a video that I have. All right, so I'm going to come down here and I'm grabbing the video that we're actually going to upload. Now, this video is actually created by a friend of mine named Amanda. This video is not horizontal, but it's actually a vertical video. I recommend creating selfie style videos. They always perform really, really well, especially if you're going to be running on Facebook and Instagram. And then you can crop them to be able to run on other platforms as well. So we're going to upload this video. All right, and while that video is processing, we're going to go ahead and grab our text. Now, I actually have this, I pre-wrote some of the text here, so I'm just going to grab this, and we're going to put this, but in your primary text, this is where you're going to want to tell people, or you're going to want to invite people to church, or kind of run it. So, now, this is an ad that I wrote here, so please don't go and steal this ad word for word, or anything like that. This is something that I use for some of my partner churches, but just to give you an idea here. All right, so we're going to change it. So, hey Tulsa, my name's Amanda, which is the name of the girl in the video, and I want to invite you to Guts Church this Sunday. Right? We know visiting church for the first time can be a little weird or even awkward sometimes, and that's why we created Plan Your Visit. When you plan a visit with us, we'll actually meet you at the front door, show you around, introduce you to our pastor, help you get your kids checked into kids' church, give you a tour of the church, save seats for you in the service of your choice, and we'll even sit with you if you want. Bottom line, we'll treat you like family. We want to make your first visit as easy as possible and actually take time to get to know you and your family. I know, pretty crazy idea, right? Will you come check us out this Sunday? Just click on the Learn More button and plan your visit with us, and we'll see you this Sunday. We can't wait to meet you. All right, so once we have the ad copy, we're going to put a headline in there. Okay, so now we got our headline and we got our primary text. We want to send the destination to the website, right? So you want to go in here, and it's best to go in and actually copy paste the link to your website. I'm just going to put mine in here for a second, but if I was doing this for real, I would actually go in and grab the link. Okay, so www.gutschurch.com/visit. This display link is kind of cool. If you have a super long URL and you don't want to have like the www, you can use that. Just make sure that this display link is the same link as up here. Like you can't have a super long like Guts Church, like this couldn't be faithchurch.com and then your display link is Guts Church. It's two different websites. Facebook will not approve your ad. But this way we can just take out the www and take off the /visit at the end here, so all people see is gutschurch.com. But when they click on the button itself, it's actually going to take them to the link that we set up on the back end here. All right, for call to action, we're just going to have Learn More. All right, now because we put a vertical video in here, we need to go in and actually crop this for the Instagram feed. It's going to be work. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to click on this right here where it says Add Undeliverable. We're going to click on Crop, and we can actually edit the size of this video in Facebook's editing program. Okay, so we're going to come down here to what they recommend, which is 1:1. We're just going to make sure that We're going to move this just to make sure it's showing just her face, and then we're going to crop it that way. So we'll click apply. Okay, so we've cropped the ad. Let's click save. And we can see now in all 3 placements here on Facebook, in both of our feeds and our stories, everything is good to go. We've got our website plugged in. Our call to action button is going to be learn more. And now we're actually ready to run this ad. So once we have everything set up, all we have to do is click the publish button, and this ad will go to Facebook for approval, and it'll be in review usually anywhere from an hour, sometimes all the way up to 24 hours. Once Facebook's AI has had a chance to kind of take a look at the ad, make sure it doesn't violate any policies, this ad will be live immediately. So once you publish your ad, again, Facebook, it could be live in as little as just a couple of minutes up to a couple hours. On average, it's usually about an hour or 2 for me, and then normally the ad is live, although every once in a while, especially at Easter and Christmas and some of these high traffic times where a lot of people are running Facebook ads, it might take you up to a day or 2. So best thing to do is don't wait to the last minute. If you're gonna run an ad, go in, create your Instagram ad, click publish, and you'll be up and running in a couple hours. Okay, so if you like this video and you want to learn more about how to use social media and technology to reach more people and grow your church, then head on over to churchgrowthagency.com or simply click the link down in the description below. We'll see you soon.